Polite inquiries, a stormy Jos bubble. All right, let's start. Reese Benjamin asks, do umpires even like playing cricket? Exactly. Can we just have some cricket now? Please. It's not that bad. Sorry, I was having a meltdown because we had 3-4 hours of cricket even?
It's just a bit too easy for them to say, but it's a health and safety issue. Honestly, that logic doesn't really work, because was it safe for Jofra Archer to bowl at 97 miles an hour last summer? Well, it wasn't actually, was it? But it's part of the thrill of the game. So there's always this balance. I don't really believe this black and white theory that they just can't see the ball and it's therefore very dangerous. And if they do think it's very dangerous, they all should be wearing helmets. I mean, they should. If it's a safety issue, why aren't the umpires wearing helmets every day?
Yeah,
they should be, shouldn't they?
They should.
I'm thinking of their safety. I think they should wear helmets, particularly if they can't see the ball on evenings like this, because it suggests they won't react very well. And to be honest, some of the umpiring decisions in this series suggest their eyesight's not great anyway.
Ka-choo! Had to get that final jab. Speaking of feisty George Dobell,
They started off trying to be nice, Alexis. Did you see? They started off
guys finished last. Nice guys
that's
finished
not
last.
true. That's not true.
Rory Hills asks, how many wickets would Stuart Broad have by now if he had pitched the ball up for the first 10 years of his test career? Gosh, you could literally take over 500 wickets and people will still be like, well...
Well, it's true with Jimmy Anderson too, isn't it? Sometimes you think, I just wish you pitched it a bit fuller. He might be a more skillful. I think he probably is a more skillful bowler now. And if he had these skills when he was younger, yeah, he probably could have taken even more. He could have been Glenn McGrath or Richard Hadley, maybe.
Granted, I'm not 34 yet either, but it'll be nice to know that eventually when I turn 34, I'll still be improving.
Yeah, me too.
Might need to bring a little rant back just here, because here we are, still defending you-know-who. Abishato says, this Jimmy Anderson bloke seems rather fine. Do you reckon he's going to make a name for himself? But in another, I suppose, breath, Abhinav says, was giving Wokes the new ball basically a job interview for an Anderson-less English team?
I mean, yeah, I suppose you could read it like that, but it was the second new ball. But I think it was just the way the spells fell. And actually, he didn't use it as well as we might have hoped. He was midway through a spell though, wasn't he? So no, I don't think it was anything to do with an interview for life after Anderson. In terms of Anderson, I mean, he's got nothing to prove at this stage. But I'm still going to say he's really, really near the end. He's really near the end. He could have one more test in him. He could have 20 more tests in him. I mean, you would be an idiot to write him off at this stage. But we are in new territory. So to enjoy it, savour it, because they'll be talking about this for in 100 years.
Exactly.
He's a legend.
He's an absolute legend. Jiten asks, or says rather, Babar Azam scores so far in this series 69, 5 and 47. So is he really in the Fab Four?
Well, I couldn't give a toss about the Fab, what the definition of the Fab Four is. And I still think of it as the Beatles. He's still not a member of the Beatles. Is he one of the best ball batsmen in the world? Yes, I think he is. I thought his batting today was perfection. It's a strong word. I thought it was perfection. I thought he was brilliant until he got an unplayable ball. I think he's the whole package. But, we'll see. You can keep debating it. He's brilliant.
He's absolutely brilliant. Speaking of brilliant, here's another one from Abishato, and he asks, is Mohammed Rizwan better than Jos Butler?
At what? At wicket keeping? Probably, yeah.
And scoring runs at this point, because he's done both quite brilliant.
It's about 3 days since Jos Butler played a match-winning innings. So I think we probably should remember that. Isn't it 5 days?
Exactly, you're right.
So his last 3 test innings for Jos Butler have been very good. And, he's probably a better batsman than Rizwan. But you're not even comparing apples and pears. You're comparing apples and O-pairs. They are just not the same players.
They're not.
That's a good line.
I know.
I say so myself. Rizwan, has taken the standard of keeping in this series up a level. He looks very, very good. And today, last night, he played very well with the bat, And he's still going, so, who knows what's to come.
Dun, dun,
They're
dun.
very, very different.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.